Welcome back, friends and fellow gamers. This is Roger, here to take you on another legendary adventure. So sharpen your sword, ready your shield, and remember, it's more about the journey than the destination. What's up, everybody? Today we're jumping into Loop Hero with a big grin, because this game is really fun. In this video we're covering cemeteries, villages, and wheat fields. As you can see here, my cozy camp is on the lower left, and every time I go around this area right here, it counts for one loop, and that is registered up here in the top right of the interface called the loop counter. So cemeteries are up first in this video. As you can see here, I have 3 cemeteries at the bottom right here, at the bottom of the screen here, set up right next to each other. So let's just read what cemeteries do here real quick. A place for the dead and sometimes for the living, occasionally. So cemeteries spawn a skeleton every 3 days. Walking through a cemetery gives you 1 preserved pebble. Preserved pebbles form 1 preserved rock after you get so many of them. Preserved rocks are used in the construction of certain buildings, like the farm, the shelter, crypt, and a few others. So we're just going to go ahead and trot on through these cemeteries and take out these 3 skeletons that are spawned right down here. So as you can see, these 3 skeletons are spawned right next to each other, and they're not interfering with the fight of the other skeletons. So it's literally just 1 skeleton at a time. Unless it takes you more than 3 days, or actually it would be more than 6 days to do 1 loop. And if that was the case, then there would be multiple skeletons all spawned down here at the same time. Alright everybody, so now we're coming up on the village and the wheat field. So the village says first they'll feed you, then they'll make you work. It basically heals you for 15 plus 5 times the amount of loops you have. Loop HP upon entering, and also gives you a quest. The quest involves killing a specific enemy on the map, and the enemy will be stronger. I found out a few different things about this. The most consistent of these says that it'll either have plus 40% attack speed, or the mob will have plus 200% HP and have a different icon next to their HP bar. When fighting them, killing them will provide bonus loot. The problem here is I only have one mob on the map right now, and it's this little ooze right here, this little yellow one. So when I pass through here, it may or may not give me a quest to kill this ooze, and if it does give me a quest to kill this ooze, it'll put a little crown above its head. And then we have the wheat field right here. Haystacks look like a cozy place to rest, but you have to move on. The effects are, can only be placed next to a village. It gives you plus 5 times the number of loops of healing in the adjacent village. So having this will give me added healing to this village based on the amount of loops that I have, but it can only be placed next to a village. And I find that the problem I have with the wheat fields is I always have an overabundance of wheat fields down here at the bottom, but I only get villages every once in a while. So it's kind of like you just hang on to these wheat fields down here forever until a village decides to come along. Also, wheat fields spawn a scarecrow every 4 days. And also, if you use an oblivion stone on the village right here, connected to the wheat field, it will become an overgrown field. An overgrown field spawns a scarecrow every 4 days, just like this normal field, and it creates a field of blades on empty tiles during combat. So we'll go ahead and do that after a few loops here. We'll go ahead and use this oblivion card on this village. We'll see how long it takes for this to become an overgrown field. So let's just make a couple loops and see what happens here. Okay, so entering the village did give me a quest to kill this ooze, and it put a crown above its head. So as you can see, it has the yellow borders on the HP bar of the slime here, which mean it's my quest mob. And as soon as I killed it there, it said that the quest was done. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Oblivion card on the village. And so it immediately went into an overgrown field. It says no one sowed it and no one will harvest its crops, yet it is still here somehow. Spawns a scarecrow every 4 days. Creates a field of blades on empty tiles during combat. Okay. So there it went. It did go ahead and spawn a scarecrow right there. As you can see, the little scarecrow icon popped up. Okay, so I'm about to enter my cozy camp. So this harpy flew down from my mountain range in the top left of my screen. Alright, so we're dead! Okay guys, so now we know what it means by field of blades on empty tiles during combat. As you can see there, while we were fighting the scarecrow, there was also 3 piles of fields of blades that were absolutely destroying us. So having the village get destroyed by the Oblivion card is not exactly what I call fun. I think that's actually very hazardous to your health, as you can see what just happened to us right there. Alright guys, so we did cover the cemetery, the village, and the wheat fields there. That's going to do it for today's episode of Adventure with Roger. Let me go ahead and hit my RNG subscriber name generator and give a big shout out to Dennis Wooten. Thank you so much for subscribing, sir. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already, please subscribe, give me a big thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next adventure. Take care, everyone.